A slight issue of the clock here. Well, we're underway. First playoff hockey game in 6 years here in Evansville. We are underway in game number 1. Race for the icing is waved off. As going hard towards the puck was Gensler and end up going down the plane into the boards. A little slow to get back up as the main captain. Here's Evansville. Dureski across. What a stop by Finn. Off Dylan Clark. Another try. Finn covers up. And afterwards, Williams and Urban behind the Macon nets. And a mad scramble ensues. Exception to Tyler Dureski looking for a rebound. Van Der Esch out of the zone. 2 goals last weekend for Dylan Van Der Esch. As it works to the near side, Van Der Esch able to clear the zone while taking a hit there from Corey Melkert. And there's the first big hit of the series from Corey Melkert. Melkert plays it up the bench side. Trying to get it in was Dureski, couldn't do it. Clark takes a hit at center ice. Mitchell plays on the back end, takes a hard hit there from Gensler. And Clark moves in there. First big hit there for Macon in this series. Brandon File up to Seamer inside the line. Hands off Echeverry now up the far side and gets it back inside the line. Jake Trask now off the wall. And a good play, but freed up by Dylan Clark. And it'll be close, but it's not going to go far enough for icing. And a cough up to Clark. Clark moving. Stop by Finn. Big rebound. And it rolls away. Off the boards, batted out again by Stewart. Failed with it once again, trying to get it back in the zone. Simulidis does, but right on the stick of Robbie Hall. Now the Thunderbolts break out. Lazorko met up by Urban at the red line, but they get the puck deep. Fail against Stewart down low. Stewart goes for the body check. Worked out to the neutral zone. It's Irwin up the far side boards. Ahead of him is Newnight prying the puck away, and now Shakirk will carry out of the zone, handing up for Leaf. Jackson Leaf, 2-time call up to the Brampton Beast in the ECHL. In his rookie season, drops it up the wall for Schumacher. Moving up in the place, back in up the side of the net. Loose in the slot, Finn with the stop, rebound loose. And the puck works its way to the near side. Kletcha can't clear the zone, it's Newnight. Wrist shot off of File. Rebound, Fazio is stopped by Finn, rebound to the near side. Kletcha can't pick it up. Jackson Leaf, now Fazio down low, works around the nets. Backhander off the side of the net, loose. Schumacher stopped by Finn in the low slot, and he covers up. And everybody will meet up once again inside the Macon crease. What chance in the last minute for Evansville. Leaf and Cameron have a hold on one another. Leaf forces himself away. Charlie Finn in 6 games against Evansville has a .935 save percentage, and he makes some big stops there to keep it scoreless. 9:11 to go in the first period. And like I said, scoreless here in game 1. Thunderbolts have 4 players who have played playoff hockey before. 1 President's Cup champion, Bo Driscoll. The other 3, Dylan Clark, who played 13 ECHL playoff games for the Rapid City Rush in 2015. And Nick Lazorko, along with Dave Williams. Dave Williams, 2 games for the Huntsville Havoc 2 seasons ago. Lazorko with the Havoc for 3 years in Fayetteville 2 years ago. This is his 5th trip to the postseason. Still looking for a ring. Slight delay on the drop between Seamer and Fazio. And it's dropped back. Seamer wins the draw. Echeverry to File at the point. From middle. And up to the near side. Echeverry. Work back to the point for File. Brandon File across to Seamer. Seamer looking for an outlet. Hands it back to File. File looking again for Seamer. From the far side. Back to the line for File. Brandon File. His wrister is blocked in front. Loose in the slot. Cleared to the line but not out. Brandon File once again. File across for Seamer's blast. That's blocked nicely by Scorsha, but he gets it back. To the line, File. Able to hold the zone to the near side. Echeverry can't tee up the shot. It goes off his skate. Works back to the line. Hits off File's blast. May have got through to Mel. May have got a piece of it. And it works into the corner again. Kletcha against Newnight. Newnight works the puck free, but on him again is Cameron. Puck works behind the net. Schumacher and Kletcha tie up. Echeverry looking for the puck. Newnight has it. Works it up for Scorsha. He will skate up with Fazio. Short-handed 2-on-2, but Fazio will go for a change. And Scorsha will kill time. He'll ease it in deep where Charlie Finn will recover it. 1:03 left to go here in the power play. 1 shot so far for the Mayhem. Thunderbolts now with Mitchell, Williams, Melkert, and Dureski on the penalty kill. Simulidis with File, Van Der Esch, Gensler, and Trask on the power play. A very potent lineup on this second power play unit. Urban places 1 deep. Dureski, the first man on for Evansville, around, but kept alive by Van Der Esch. Urban from the far point, plays it across for Gensler. Gensler back to the line for Urban. Across for Van Der Esch. Van Der Esch to Urban again on the near point. Looks in, shoots one up. And looking for a deflection, and it goes well wide. Kept in by Van Der Esch. 31 seconds left in the power play side of the net. Trask can't corral the pass. Gensler behind the net with Trask. Mitchell pinches on the play. Work to the near side. Williams on it. He is just barely able to clear the zone. Trask touches up offside on Macon. A desperate diving play by Zach Urban to try to keep it in. Nearly did as Williams didn't get all the dump out, but it was just enough. And the faceoff comes outside. 20 seconds left in Clark's penalty for tripping. 6:49 left to go here in the first period of play. Shots 11-3 for Evansville. Van Der Esch and Avoyo, the faceoff takers outside of Clark's currently occupied penalty box. Couple false starts on the draw here. I'll try third time's the charm. Avoyo wins it back to Robbie Hall. Fires one up off the near side boards back to the Macon line. Gensler hands off for Urban. 12 seconds left to go in the power play. Urban up for Van Der Esch. Hall goes for the check. Into the zone is Trask. For the center, shot off the crossbar and out. As hitting the crossbar was Stefis Sumalides. And that'll do it with the power play. Thunderbolts get a little luck there. It stays out and remains scoreless. Making 0 for 1 in the power play. One total shot. The crossbar shot does not count. Urban back into the zone, knocked away. 2-on-1 for Evansville. Lazorko with Stewart. Here they come. Lazorko shooting it off wide up off of Perone. Stewart trying to work to the front of the net to the near side. Schumacher to the middle. Lazorko misses the net. Stewart behind against Perone. Off the side of the net. Lazorko picks up again. Work to the front. It's in the crease. Shakir trying to tee it up. He can't do it. It's covered up by Charlie Finn. But again, the Thunderbolts getting another chance to break through. And again, this time the defenseman making a great play. Brandon Perone. Fela trying to get one last shot, but it will not happen. And that'll do it for period number 1. So we start the first intermission where we started the first period. No score on the board despite a heavy barrage of shots. 18-4 for Evansville. Both sides 0 for 1 the power play in the period. But we remain goose egg to goose egg on both sides of the scoreboard where it counts the most. So excellent period for Charlie Finn, stopping all 18 and stopping all 4 for the Evansville Thunderbolts. Is Ryan Amell. Not seeing much action in the first, but doing his thing in net. A strong showing here at the Ford Center. First playoff game in 6 seasons here in Evansville. Going back to the Central Hockey League's Evansville Icemen. At least 3,000 here, and Williams has the puck through the middle, just wide. Rebound the side of the net by Clark. Work to the front, still loose. And they nearly broke the shutout there, but Mitchell plays it around back for Clark. Clark to the front, hops on, and loose in the crease, and Finn covers up. Thunderbolts with one of their best opportunities of the period. Charlie Finn making it count. And we remain scoreless with 12:19 to go in the second. 9:17 to go here in the second period. Remains scoreless, but the shots 30-5 for Evansville. No, that is not a typo. The shots here in the second, 12-1 in favor of the Thunderbolts. They have dominated the offense, but you know what? Macon's best player by far has been their goaltender, Charlie Finn, stopping all 30 shots so far, doing what he's done best against Evansville this season. That has been making big stops, and both in quality and quantity against Evansville. Face off the Macon zone. Leaf wins it to Scorsha. With 3 off the bench, Scorsha turns, shoots one that's blocked off by defender and Jeff Sanders. Van Der Esch clears the zone. And a hip check by Scorsha and Seymour. The other way to 2-on-2. Trask in front. Fanning on the shot was Van Der Esch, but a penalty coming up on Evansville. Dylan Van Der Esch went to the net and drew the hooking penalty, and the Macon Mayhem will go on their second power play of the night. 7 seconds. The fans don't even know how much time is left. With 5, Neuendijk, they're saying shoot. He does, but it's deflected wide, and that's it for the period. Urban afterward mixing up with, it looks like Hunter Stewart, and then in comes one of the Thunderbolts, and now madness ensues in the Macon goal crease. And punches are being thrown, at least for the moment, glove punches. The main commands are Trask and Hunter Stewart. Linesman trying to park. Urban as well trying to grab it, Stewart. Linesman break them apart. And now File is trying to go after Dureski. Dureski is on a glove lost as they battle in the far corner. And the linesman moving on those two as that's the last active altercation. But a good job of the officials jumping in and recognizing what was happening. And as of right now, cooler heads starting to prevail. Valdez giving motion to the Evansville bench by the linesman. But nobody dropped the gloves. It didn't look like one glove was dropped by Dereski. In either case, but I don't believe we won't have any fighting mates. That much is clear. So we'll have to see what started. Urban went after Stewart. That's what started that much. Stewart went to the net. In comes Dereski. And those two mix up. And those are the main combats. Trask and File for Macon, Stewart and Dereski for Evansville. We'll see if any of those get penalties out of this. We'll have to wait to find out because this is the end of the period. Now the Thunderbolts will start the third period with 12 seconds left in Gensler's penalty. At least that much. The final shots of the period, 33-9 for the game so far through two. 15 shots for Evansville in the period, slightly lower than their initial 18 in the first, to 5 for Macon. So the Mayhem get one more shot than they did. Evansville gets 3 less than they did, so a slightly more even second period. Thunderbolts getting some chances still, and Macon getting a couple chances of their own, but we remain scoreless through 2 periods. As we get set for the third period here in Evansville, Vanderbilt and Avoya for the face-off. Underway for period number 3. Let's see who comes out firing to start this period. Loose puck behind the Macon net. It's Jackson Lee dropping into the corner for DeVoglio. Flying it for Jackson Lee. Work to the front. He scored! John Scotia scores the historic first goal in Thunderbolts playoff history. And the Bolts lead 1-0. The pass from the corner finds John Scotia in front as Trask was late to arrive. And it's a 5-hole shot for John Scotia, and he gets his first playoff goal in his professional career. And it's a 1-0 Evansville lead. And now we'll see how Macon responds. Scotia is first in the playoffs at 17 seconds of the third, and we are off and running here in Evansville. 5:17 gone here, third period of play. Thunderbolts with a 1-0 lead. On the face-off, Neuenheim hands off. Clark shoots one, big rebound, off the side of the net by Fazio. And Spin was down and out. 2 goals and 2 assists in him in the regular season coming into tonight. Off the draw, 4-on-4 hockey. And a cough up for Fazio. Here he comes in the Macon zone. Fazio to the net. Stop. Rebound is stopping a penalty coming up to Macon. And it'll be an Evansville power play. A 4-on-3 power play as Fazio was hooked going into the net. And we'll get another person over. Daniel Echeverry will go to the box. And a 4-on-3 Evansville power play for a minute 48, and then 12 seconds of 5-on-4. Should there not be any more penalties. But a lapse in defensive play in the neutral zone for the Mayhem led to that chance. Fazio pouncing in the puck with Schumacher. Echeverry, clear hook there. Good stop also by Charlie Finn as well, as Fazio did get a pretty good shot away. Again, Charlie Finn has been a major reason why the Mayhem are still in this game. Clark with Lazorko. Off the draw, Macon wins it. It's Sanders, Perron, and Simolinas for Macon. Lazorko with Clark, Neuenheim, and Dereski. 5th power play of the night. Lazorko walks to the net. He scores! It's a power play goal for Nick Lazorko. And the Thunderbolts have taken a 2-0 lead. As Lazorko fed it from the corner and walked to the net and stuffed it in past Charlie Finn. And the Thunderbolts take a 2-0 lead on the power play. That'll be Lazorko's 8th career SPHL playoff goal and his first of this year's playoffs. The most seasoned vets when it comes to playoff experience in the Thunderbolts comes through with a big goal for Evansville. And we're back to 4-on-4 hockey. And now a minute left to go in the 4-on-4. 10:46 left to go in regulation time. Thunderbolts striking twice here in the third. And I may have inadvertently ripped a line from Sam Rosen. Here's Trask looking. Great opportunity. He sends it through the crease, fails a shot, stopping it with Scotia. The Macon Mayhem with their best chance yet. Here's Schumacher back in the way with Fazio. Over the net it goes, and out of play. My goodness, chances on both sides. Now we remain a 2-0 game here. As it is a Thursday, perhaps a throwback Thursday. Little stat for you, back to April 15th, 2010. The scene, Swander Ice Arena. Here in Evansville, the Evansville Icemen of the All-American Hockey League taking on the West Michigan Blizzard in the All-American Hockey League Finals for the Rod Davidson Cup. The Icemen winning it 4-3 and taking the series in 5 games. That was 2,922 days ago, and that was the last time a Evansville-based pro team has won a game in the playoffs. The Thunderbolts are a minute and 12 away from ending that streak. Shakir wins it back to Stewart. He gets it to the boards. Urban picks it up for Macon. Right off his stick, Denomi, loose puck, backhander, scores! And it's Caleb Cameron, and it's a 1-goal game. After the puck bounced through the slot, and Cameron just found enough room to put it past DeMello. It's a 2-1 game. And we are not done yet here. Charlie Finn goes back to his net. So we go back to 5-on-5. We'll see how long until that changes, but a huge goal for the Mayhem. It'll be Caleb Cameron. At 19:08, his first of the playoffs and his first playoff goal in his career. And the Thunderbolts have won the game 2-1. The first playoff game in 6 years, and the Bolts have won it in their first ever playoff game. And they take a 1-0 lead in this best-of-3 quarterfinal series, going back to Macon, Georgia.